according to American YouTube channel.
Former Hells Angels say, would it be cool? I'm justice. Society is bad. The guy who does my obstruction is my enemy.
Do I suggest a grandmother and a grandfather be speaking? Is such thing possible in the United States? It's ordinarily possible in Japan. Mafia, a gangster and a cult, the person who died of the damage, the person who took a life away, the family and my friend. Of the persons who don't know, many damage and trouble. The persons are seeming great openly and squarely in YouTube and are speaking.
A bad thing was done before, but I recycle now and am living seriously.
There is a person saying so, too. Is such appeal needed? I'm not living seriously, selfishly, quietly. Are there much people who don't want to see the person's countenance and name in YouTube?
It can't be permitted for life, even if such a guy die, it can't be permitted.
Are there victims who think so? The gangster who is Japanese mafia, a member be grasped to the police, and please be designated as anti-social power. A social right is restricted. If you were a member of the former gangster who resigned from the mafia organization, I wonder such person handle it in YouTube as the general public? A gangster and a motorcycle gangster, the fierce, it's designated as anti-social power more. It's difficult that the police force grasps the member. It passed through the gangster organization, I resigned from it. Even if it's called a former gangster. The gangster for whom it's difficult not one's own just insistence, but to judge to have resigned from it. A famous person is also popular in YouTube in the gangster. I think there is a problem clearly, but where is the crossing? Cult designation isn't done officially in Japan, but there are several Japanese groups did cult designation of more than a foreign country. It's being handled as a cult internally with a definition by public safety and the police force. A famous cult group is delivering it in YouTube in Japan. The former executive of a cult group who has caused a big event and an invitation person. A victim is being served and a YouTube delivery is being done. The persons have many persons who think you took a life away, too. Why can they show their nose openly and squarely? I think there is in each country respectively, but the correspondence on the social media to such persons and groups, etc. is too severe on Japan. In one of problems there is delay of Japanese development of legislation in net society. For example, quotation isn't admitted by law basically in Japan. There is an exception. Of course, there is no fair use, too. This becomes impossible to be too severe and regulate it on the platform of the social media reversely. Therefore regulation of social media in Japan becomes loose. It's that a personal individual tells to resort selfishly. Even if I say so, time also costs a lot of money and the Japanese judiciary isn't easier than everyone's country. And does the general public complain of a good-for-nothing gangster cult? When the name and the address are shown to a report partner by the report form of the piracy in YouTube, it is. When it was a good-for-nothing gangster cult, why does a partner have to tell the address? In other words, the situation that the general public can't also do a report easily. Such social media in Japan are being a lawless area.
Even if they're antisocial power, we will say, I'm the regular citizen, so not activity anymore. If they're cultist, they say, I don't believe anymore. You can look objectively or sometimes stupid, but there's subjectively being separated clearly to try to deceive you. This person shows face and speaks openly and scary, so you will sympathize them gradually. Please don't be tricked. All of the YouTube channel on which I was appearing until last year went off suddenly on October 19th. It was activity in 3.5 years, and there was a number of clips. There was no warning from YouTube company, and it wasn't aimed by regulation. An account of Google and itself went off. The owner of the accounts is different, respectively. A point common to these weak accounts belongs to antisocial power and is that YouTuber or one person who was doing a car delivery was being handled is too here to understand at present. I think you can find out there is a problem so much. As soon as something will be clearly, I'll inform you again. Sad things are also some channels that happen. Please support. I won't make the Japanese edition clip due to it won't be safe anymore, right?